Good evening, everyone. In the last video, we solved the pure and the mixed type of game theory problems. Today, we will look over the dominance rule. Okay, in most of the games, we can reduce the size of the payoff matrix by eliminating either rows or columns which are dominated by the other rows or the columns respectively. Okay, that is nothing but in the dominance rule there are two types are there. One is the dominance rule for column, another one is the dominance rule for rows. What the column dominance rule says is if every element in the dominating column is less than or equal to the corresponding element of the dominated column, then the dominated column can be removed or it can be eliminated. Okay, for that we have taken one example. Okay, the payoff matrix with 3 cross 3 matrix is considered. Both the players A and B will be having the three strategies. Okay, now in this case, okay, if you look over the column, only we are looking at the column because this is the dominance rule for column. Okay, in the first column whatever the elements are there, that will be compared with the second column. Okay, if you look at over, that should be less than or equal to the next column. Okay, if you look at over the first column element, 0 is not less than or equal to the minus 2, 2 is less than, okay, but 3 is not less than or equal to the minus 3, therefore the condition is not satisfied. Then again compare the first column with the third column element. 0 is less than 7, 2 is less than 6, 3 is less than 8, the condition is satisfied. Then we can say that the column C1 will be less than or equal to the elements of the column C3. Hence, C1 is dominates C3. Hence, here the dominated column is nothing but the C3. Hence, we can eliminate the C3 column. It is nothing but all the elements will be deleted in the particular column C3. Then next further procedure will be continued until the matrix will be reduced to 2 cross 2 matrix, and then we can apply the mixed strategy procedure and we can solve the problem. Okay, next that is the rule for dominance rule for the column, and next we will go with the dominance rule for row. Okay, if every element in the dominating row is greater than or equal to the corresponding element of the dominated row, then the dominated row can be eliminated. In this also we have taken one example. The player A will be having the three strategies and the player B is having the two strategies. Okay, if you look at over all the rows, okay, just compare the elements in each of the rows with the other row and whether the condition is satisfied or not. I have taken the first and the second row. The element in the first row is 0, and if we compare this element with the second row element, 0 is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, it is not possible. The minus 2 is greater than or equal to 5. No, it is not possible. If you compare the R2 row with the R1 row, that is 2 is greater than 0 and 5 is also greater than minus 2. Okay, now the condition is satisfied, that is R2 elements will be greater than or equal to the R1 rows. It is nothing but the R2 dominates the R1. Here the dominated row is R1. Hence we can eliminate the R1. It is nothing but that particular row will be deleted and it will be reduced to some 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay, in this we have deleted the row R1 and the remaining two rows will be written as it is. Next we obtained the 2 cross 2 matrix. Then we can further move with the mixed strategy type of procedure and we can solve the problems and we can calculate the value of the game. Okay, now we'll look over the problem on this. Okay, the problem is solve the following game by using the dominance method. They are given the player A and the player B with some strategies. Both the players will be having the four strategies, and this the first step is nothing but for all the rows find out the minimum values. That is, for the first row the minimum value is out of 6, 8, 3 and 13, the minimum value is 3, and in the second row the minimum value is 1, and in the third row the minimum value is 4, and in the fourth row the minimum value is 3. Okay, once you find out the minimum values for all the rows, find out the maximum value for all the columns. Okay, that is, if you consider the first column, out of 6, 4, 8 and 3, the maximum value is 8. And in the second column, the maximum value is out of 8, 1, 10, 6, the maximum value is 10. And in the third column, the maximum value is 7. And similarly for the last column, the maximum value is 30. Once you find out the minimum values for all the rows and the maximum values for all the column, the next step is finding out the maximum value. That is nothing but for all the rows, whatever the minimum value you have found out of those minimum values, the maximum value to be find it out are identified, and that value to be called as maximum value. Okay, after that come to the column maximum values. Out of the maximum values identified in each of the columns, just identify the minimum out of the maximum value, that will be called as minimax value. In this case, the maximum value is 4, that is the maximum out of minimum value is 4, and the minimax value out of the maximum values of 8, 10, 7 and 13, the minimum value is 7. Therefore it is called as minimax value. Always for the player A we are finding out the maximum value, and for the player B we are finding out the minimax value. Now, as we know that the P of matrix is not the 2 cross 2 matrix. Now, in order to reduce this to the 2 cross 2 matrix, we can use the dominance rule, what we have explained previously. Okay, that is, we are having the two rules. One is the dominance rule for column and the dominance rule for row. Okay, in this you can identify, either you can go with the column first or the row first. In this, first I'll look at over the columns. In this you can compare the first column with the second, third and fourth. Okay, now if we compare the first column with the second column, is 6 is less than 8. Okay, 4 is not less than 1, though the condition is not satisfied. Compare the first with the third. 6 is less than the 3, no. 4 is less than 5. Okay, but the condition for the 6 is not less than 3, condition is not satisfied. Compare the first column with the fourth column. 6 is less than 13. Okay, but 4 is not less than 3. Okay, then the condition is not satisfied. You can compare now the second column with the first, second column with the third and the second column with the fourth. Okay, if I compare the second column elements, that is 8 is less than 6, no, condition is not satisfied. Now the second column will be again compared with the third column. Is 8 is less than 3, no, condition is not satisfied. The same column, that is second column, is compared again with the fourth column, that is 8 is less than 13. Okay, 1 is less than 3. Okay, 10 is less than 12 and 6 is also less than 12. All the elements in the column 2 are less than or equal to the elements of the column 4. Now we can use the dominance rule of column, and we can say that C2 elements will be less than or equal to the C4. Here the C4 will be dominated by the C2, therefore dominated element or the dominated column will be deleted or eliminated. Therefore the here dominated row or the column is C4. Now we can delete or we can eliminate the column 4, and the remaining 3 strategies of the player B will be written as it is. It is nothing but only the column 4 will be deleted and the remaining 3 columns will be written as it is, but we are not doing any reduction for the rows. We are applied only the dominance rule for the column. Okay, now the newer payoff matrix is like this. Okay, in this new payoff matrix, the 4 strategies in the row will be as it is written, that is for the player A, 4 strategies will be written as it is, but in the player B, the 4th column will be deleted according to the dominance rule of column, and we have written the remaining first, second and the third column values as it is. Now further you can apply either the row domination reduction method or the column domination reduction method. Now you can check out, we have know that all the columns will be compared with each other, and if you having any dominated rule applied for the payoff matrix, you can go with. Now I am applying the row domination for the payoff matrix which is newly prepared. Now if you compare the R1 with the second R2, I mean the first row element with the second row element, it should be greater. The first, if you go with the R1 row, the 6 is greater than 4, 8 is greater than 1, but 3 is not greater than 5. The condition is not satisfied. Compare the same with the third rows, that is 6 is not greater than 8, the condition is not satisfied. Compare the first row with the third row, that is 6 is greater than 3, 8 no, not satisfied. Then again you can compare. Now after doing the comparison, we got that the R3 elements, it is nothing but the third row elements, will be greater than or equal to the elements in the first row. That is, if you take the elements in the third row, that is 8, and if you compare the elements with the first row, 8 is greater than 6 or equal to 6, it is greater. 10 is greater than or equal to 8, it is greater. 4 is greater than 3, then the condition is satisfied. Now we can say that the elements of R3 are greater than or equal to the elements of the R1. Here the R1 is dominated row, hence we can delete or eliminate the R1 row, and the remaining rows will be written as it is, and newly we need to prepare the payoff matrix. Now all the 3 columns will be written as it is, only we have did the reduction in the rows, that is the R1 elements will be deleted, and the next second, third and the fourth row will be written as it is. Then the new matrix is this. Okay, now once again you can apply the reduction method until we get the 2 cross 2 matrix, because once you get the 2 cross 2 matrix, now you can apply the mixed strategy type of procedure and you can do the further classification. Okay, next is, in this you can do the comparison either with the column or with the rows. Okay, now as I told you, you not only compare the elements of the rows or the columns with the other or the next column or with the next rows, you can also compare the average of the 2 column with one of the column, or average of the 2 rows with the another row. Okay, in this we can see that the R3 and the R4 average, the average of the elements of the R3 and the R4 are greater than or equal to the R2 elements. In this case, if you had the third row and the fourth row elements, that is 8 plus 3, if you take the average, you will get 5.5, and the average of 10 and 6 is 8, and the average of 4 plus 7 is 5.5. And if you compare this, as we get the average for the third and fourth row is 5.5 for the first strategy, 5.5 is greater than or equal to the second row element, that is 4, and for the next the average of 10 and 6 is 8, 8 is greater than or equal to the second row element, that is 1, and the average of 7 and 4 is 5.5, that is greater than or equal to the second row element, that is 5. Now all the elements of the R3 plus R4, that is the average, will be greater than or equal to the R2 element. Here the R2 is the dominated element, so we can delete that R2 elements, or we can eliminate it. Now after eliminating this, you are going to get the new matrix, that is R2 will be deleted, and the remaining whatever the columns are there, that will be written as it is, and in the rows only the leftover rows is third and fourth. And the next new matrix is, new payoff matrix is, the player A will be having the 2 strategies, that is the third strategy and the fourth strategy, and the player B will be having the 3 strategy as it is 1, 2 and 3. Okay, now further you can apply the dominance rule. You can compare the each of the columns with the any of the other columns, because in this we are having only 2 rows, there is no further reduction with respect to the rows. We are having the 3 columns, therefore we can reduce with respect to the column. Now if you compare the first column element with the second row, okay, if you compare the first column element, 8 is less than or equal to 10, satisfied. 3 is less than or equal to 6, satisfied. Therefore the C1 element are less than or equal to the C2 element. Here the dominated column here, the C2 element or the C2 column. Therefore, we can eliminate or delete the elements of the C2, and then we can once again prepare the new payoff matrix. That is, the C2 will be deleted and the leftover columns are first and third. Then the new matrix will be like this. Okay, that is, the player A will be having the third and the fourth row, and the player B will be having only the first and the third element. Because C1 is less than C2, we have eliminated the C2 element. In this C2 element, after eliminating the C2, we get only the first and the third column. The first column element value is 8, 3, and the third is 4 and 7. That is what here written. Okay, now once you get the 2 cross 2 matrix, now you can apply the mixed strategy procedure. That is, taking the difference of the first row, that is the difference between the 8 and 4 is 4, and that will be written in front of the second row. That is written 4 in front of the fourth row, that is the row 4, but it is now called as the second row. Now take the difference between the 3 and 7. The difference between the 7 and the 3 is 4, and it will be written in front of the row third. Okay, and if you come to the column, in this also same case, for the first column, take the difference between the 8 and 3. The difference is 5, and it will be written in front of the fourth column. It is the fourth strategy. And next, if you come to the column 4, in this also the difference between the 7 and 4 is 3, and it will be written in front of the first column. Now once you take the difference and it will be written against the other column or with the other rows. Now thing is finding out the probability. The probability to be calculated as whatever the difference will be written in front of that particular row, that will be written in the numerator, divided by in the denominator both the differences. For example, for the player A, in front of the third row, that is in the first row, that is for the third row, that is 4 will be the difference, divided by in the numerator. Okay, that is, there are two differences are there for the third row and for the fourth row, that is 4 and 4. The summation of that, 4 plus 4 is 8, that is 4 by 8 is, after simplification you will get 1 by 2. And similarly come to the fourth row, in front of the fourth row the difference we have written as 4, that will be written in the numerator, and in the denominator the sum of both the rows values, that is 4 plus 4 8. After simplification you will get 1 by 2. The probability for the third row is 1 by 2, and for the fourth row is also 1 by 2. Now for the columns, in the column, for the first column, okay, in front of the first column the difference is 3, that will be written in the numerator. In the denominator the sum of both the differences, okay, the differences for the first column is 3, and the difference for the fourth column is 5, that is 5 plus 3 is 8. Similarly for the fourth column, the difference is we have written 5, that will be written at the numerator, and in the denominator the sum of the differences, that is 3 plus 5 8. Therefore the probability for the player B of the first strategy is 3 by 8, and for the player B of the fourth strategy is 5 by 8. And in the question they asked you to find out the A's and the B's strategy. Now whatever the probability you are calculated, that will be written here. Okay, that is player A's strategy is nothing but, okay, now we can look at the last matrix what you have prepared, the 2 cross 2 matrix. In that we can see that the A will be remaining with only the two rows, that is the third row and the fourth row. For that only we have calculated the probability. Therefore while writing the A strategy, okay, whatever the deleted rows are there, for that the probability will be written as 0 and 0. That is, here the first and the second row will be deleted. While writing the A strategy, for the first row the value of the probability is 0, comma, the second row value of the probability is 0, and for the third row the probability we have calculated, that is 1 by 2, that is written here, comma, and for the fourth row of the player A the probability we have calculated as 1 by 2, that is player A's strategy is 0, 0, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. Similarly, for the player B, if you look at the last final 2 cross 2 matrix, the leftover column is only the first column and the fourth column. It means that we have calculated the probability values only for those columns, and the remaining columns, that is the second and third, will be deleted. For that, the probability value is 0. While writing the player B strategy, that is the first column probability we have calculated 3 by 8, and there is no second column, that is already deleted, therefore the probability is 0. And for the third column, okay, we have prepared we have calculated the probability, that is not the fourth column, that is the third column, therefore for that we have calculated the probability, that is 5 by 8, and the fourth column is deleted, and for that the probability value is 0. After finding out the probabilities for each of the rows and the column, the next thing is finding out the value of the game. The value of the game V can be calculated, that is denoted with the letter V. It is calculated as either you can use the row values or the column values. In this we have used first row values, I mean the player A third strategy values 8 and 4, and that will be multiplied with the whatever the player B probability we have calculated, that is 3 by 8 and the 5 by 8. That is, if you take the third row values, that is 8 and 4, 8 will be multiplied with 3 by 8 plus the 4 will be multiplied with the 5 by 8. Then after simplification you will get the value of the game as 5.5. Okay, now we can say that why we are applying the dominance property means, okay, once you get the problem, you can see that in the first step we have calculated the maximum and the minimax value. But if you look at over here, the maximum value and the minimax values are not equal. Whenever the maximum value and the minimax values are not equal, there is no saddle point occurs in the game. In such problems, okay, in order to find out the probability or the value of the game, okay, it should be reduced to the 2 cross 2 matrix. In such cases, we are applying the dominance rule of column or the dominance rule of rows. Okay, otherwise whenever you are getting the maximum and the minimax value both are equal, in such cases the saddle point will be occurring. The saddle point itself be the value of the game. In such cases no need to reduce the matrix to the 2 cross 2 matrix. Whenever both the maximum and the minimax values are not equal, there is no saddle point occurs in the game. Such type of games will be reduced by using the dominance rule. Okay, in order to reduce it to the 2 cross 2 matrix, either you can apply the row dominance rule or the column dominance rule, or the average of 2 rows or the 2 columns will be compared with the other column or with the other row. But the thing is, it should be reduced to 2 cross 2 matrix. After reducing it to the 2 cross 2 matrix, now you can apply the mixed strategy type of procedure, and then you can find out the differences and find the probability and finally find the value of the game.